Let me put some stuff out here. I am going to be doing a little bit of applique, but I am fixing, am I fixing something up? Yes, I am. I made a little boo-boo. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I had this crunched in. Here we go. I somehow folded in a 1/4 inch at the end, and I'm just about ready to finish this quilt off. Now we started this on my live and on the last live, and I hadn't done anything really with it much. No, I shouldn't say that. I have done stuff with it, but I've I guess it's because I didn't really work on it yesterday at all. I didn't work on it at all, and I'm just getting to it now. There we go. Because I really do need this for a good. I need this for a pass it forward. So yeah, I want to make sure there's like a little tiny bit of thread. Where is that? Yeah, here it is. Ooh, hi, I see 2 people on. I don't know if we're having the issues with the commenting or not. You know, there was some kind of commenting issues on lives. I haven't had the issue, but I know other content creators have. Maybe it's my turn today. Oh, no, it's not. Hi, Lori. All right, so I have these. Good. So now you can see my progress a little bit on this. I didn't get up here until, I think I've been working on this for about ½ hour, if that. Oops. There you go. Hi, Deb and Chris. Oh, I left my glasses in the other room. I'm gonna have to mull through. Let me go get my glasses. Oh. Here I go with my sneezes. Oops, I'm back. Sorry. I didn't realize yesterday we had the live in the other room and I had this. So good, let's see. Good morning, Goodish. And we have Annette from So Magic Magician. And Lori. Yes. Okay, so there we go. Whew. So I have, this is the end piece right here. And I am going to, I sewed this part here. So now I need to just put this towards here, and then I'm going to flip this camera over after I'm, what did I do here? After I am done, so that, now why am I short? I've had some issues with this, I'm not going to lie, with this, this quilt on point. So I had an edge. See, I had these and I pulled them off, and I guess I did need them. Whoops. Oh well. So I'll add them back. I took off some thinking that I didn't need it, and I do, because I'm looking at this. So I do need to add these back. Yes, if I add these back, they fit perfect. Okay, so I know what I did wrong. It's all good. We'll figure it out later. We'll go to, hi, hi, Carrie. We'll go to the other stuff, Christina and Amy. But I guess you should see, like, I make mistakes. I probably do them a lot more than you see here. But I had first sewed this on because this is what I had in my head. And then I don't know why, right before I got on this live, I took it off. And I was right the first time. It's okay. Being that this is not a pattern and I'm designing this on my own, it's, you know, it's, I don't use computers or AI or anything. I just kind of go with my gut on how to do things from years of putting together stuff. And, you know, there are times I second guess myself and then I go, no, I don't need that. Yeah, well, I did. I did. It's okay. We will put this back where it belongs. I have two of them. You see here. Here's the other one. There is the other one. There. That's the black. I just have to remove the threads before I go ahead and sew that in. I'm sure you all have come to have this issue every so often. Like, really, Leanna, I could have saved myself some. I had it all sewn up too. It's all good. So I'm just going to put this on and I'm going to bring over my cow in a little bit. I'm working on the Soft Squares Advent Box cow. And the good news is we chop things up, right? That's what we do. We chop things up and then we put them back together. So I've chopped this up, put it together, ripped it out, and now I'm going to put it back together again. Oh boy. I'm going to pull all this. You know, these have come in handy in this room. I pulled them out when we did that paper piecing that day, and I've got to tell you, they have come in handy. So yesterday, for those of you who are wondering, I went to my specialist, and of course, this always happens to me. She said things are a little bit, stuff is a little lower, but not anything significant. And so we're going to go on the offense. She didn't see anything in that. She's saying that it's not that it didn't happen, because a lot of times things, you know, we're old. Things sag and then things go back up. So I don't know. She says as of now, I don't have to go into surgery, but if it should happen again, you know, to call her office. And I said, yeah, well, that's what I did, but I didn't get in until today. So now everything is pretty okay. I'll admit that. So, so it's a look and see. I have to go to my GI doctor. She thinks it's something GI related. She feels it's something GI related and that caused something. It's not a failure of the surgery. It could be something else. So I guess that's where I'm going. So, but the lovely part of it was I called the GI doctor and they have a long message, yada, yada, yada. We're in the office, but we're busy with other patients, which is just all the time. And then you could leave a message and we'll get back to you within 48 hours. So it's time to go leave a message and the mailbox is full. Yes, the mailbox is full. So I have been trying, actually, because I didn't know whether it was a surgery thing. Someone said it could be a GI thing. So I figured I made my appointment with the specialist. And I was trying to make an appointment with the GI doctor and never was able to. So now my honey is going to go into the GI doctor today to say, listen, we have been trying to call. The mailbox is full. What in the world is going on here? Because do we need to find someone else? Because she needs to be seen. The specialist said she needs to be seen. So, because I'm not taking another day off of work to drive to the doctor because nobody wants to pick up their phone and the mailbox is full. Hello. So yes, hi Annette. So yeah, so that's on his agenda today. I'm going to work. So we're just at a standstill, but at least right now I could breathe a sigh of relief about the surgery part because I was flipping out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. So this comes here. So I don't understand what's going to happen here. I may have to add another piece there, which is fine. Let's see. This is going to be a very crummy quilt. And no pun intended, it's going to be crummy. In more ways than one. Because it definitely has some interesting crumb effect happening. That's all I could say. It's got a crumb effect happening. So now what I'm trying to do is, I'm pretty sure I want to center this, make sure that this here is going to sit right. So I think I have this right. So what I do is to find out if a block is going to kind of match down there with a sashing, because sometimes sashing throws it off. I just come in here and put in my pins and kind of test it out and see whether they're going to line up here and here. And so far it looks like they pretty much are going to line up. So I do the center block and then I come out and pin outwards. Hi, Helen. Hello. So I did speak to the gentleman, Josh. Josh is from a store called Cut Up and Sew out of Florida. His shop is out of Florida. Pat hooked me up with him. He does a ton of community service in Florida. He is a quilt shop owner of 2 locations in Florida. And he's mostly a brick and mortar store, but he does sell online, and he is trying to get his business more on an online community as well as a brick and mortar community. So that is how I got hooked up with him. So we spoke just right while I was driving to the specialist yesterday. And so we talked about it, and he said, what a wonderful idea. So I did put a post. Hi, Catherine. I did put a post on his shop with a link. The link sends you to his shop, and his shop on the first page just says gift certificates on there for whatever reason. He says that's just how it always is, nothing special. So you can, for those of you who wanted to, you could go and do that, and then I could put that towards the machine. He says some people who don't like to do online purchasing can call the shop and talk to him, which is Josh, and Joshua, I should say, and also talk to him and find out any information you'd like to find out from him. He's really nice. He's been working with me. So far has been hands down very generous, extremely. So because he says he would really like to see me in the brand new Genome 2 versus a used machine, being that I've had so many. And he says you just have to, at least start from scratch and have a warranty and everything. So yes, so for those of you who want that information, I put it in a post. And I also, good morning, Robert. Oh, Roberta. Good morning, Roberta. I also put it in a post, and I also put it in the description below on how to reach him, and and his business, which is Cut Up and Sew. They also have a YouTube channel. So I did tag them. So if you wanted to check out their YouTube channel as well, they do some fabulous like little mini lessons and stuff like that on their channel. They're trying to grow that as well. So if you see them, please give them a like. Tell them the Pastry Queen sent you. I think definitely can use subscribers. Trying to get to, I think, 500. I don't think he's at 500 yet as well. All right, so we have this, and I'm going to show you, and then we're going to go and do, that's all right, and we're going to go ahead and get the cow out. I haven't worked on the cow in a while. Here we go. So here we are. We have, this has all been sewn. This still needs to be sewn. I'm going to put this half, so this half onto here. And then, so once I have this piece sewn to this piece, I will sew from there to there. There we go. So this is what we're looking like. Let's see. Rose Girl and Creations. Well, hello from Australia. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm just seeing if anything else. So here it is. This is the crummy quilt. And so right here, again, I even use black scraps in order to do the sashing. So the sashing, I had a scrap that was odd looking. So it was like a big triangle. So I used that for the sashing in here, but I didn't have enough for the corners, the setting triangles. So that is a black on black with little circles and bubbles. I love this one. The black background, gorgeous. Yes. So this is what we're working on right now. I'm going to grab the cow. And let's get the cow going. Okay, we've got the cow. And hi, Myra. Yeah, I'm happy with it. And it all uses little teeny tiny little crumbs. Everything you got in the kitchen sink went in here. I am going to move everybody again. And here we go. So today, the Guild is bringing over some more of those isolette covers for the local hospital. So I'm going to meet up with someone. They're going to drop it off. I'm going to long arm them this weekend and hopefully get it right to them again. So I have a couple of things going. So here is my cow. Well, he's upside down right now. And this was a panel. And then we are like, oh, there's stuff sliding. It's okay. Things are sliding. Things slide. Half of it I did here. I'm going to just actually take these off because I'm going to show you how my thinking is. And then you could see some stuff. So if you're new and you didn't see me pull this cow out before, here it is. The rest is affixed. Here's the cow. Okay. This was a panel piece, and this is what it is. It's all outlined for you in white. It gave you some of the fabric, and you cut it down and put your cow together. Here is the cow, their cow. I did some changes. When I built this, I put it on a wool mat that Krampus gave me, and I've been ironing and pressing on that. It's been great. I have, used pins to kind of stabilize everything here. And it's just kind of fun. You just could kind of sit there and just chill. This, it gives you directions, very little bit of directions though. It says tips for a great finish. Use a light box to help you trace, that kind of stuff. And then your finished piece. So I cut everything up, see over here, and it's got double fuse, right? And this part I started playing on there. So again, I had this, I have my pieces. I'm going to pull these pins out because, to tell you the truth, everything went wonky a little bit. And I've got to take all these pieces out anyway. So these pieces go here. I'm going to move them over. And can you see, maybe I need to move this. Do I need to move that more like that? Can you see that way? Or is that an odd way to view this? You let me know. I have a white piece. This little white piece is for the fleck inside the eye. It was too small to. All right, so I'm pulling all these out. And we're going to work on this. If you have one of those tiny clover irons, I would suggest that. I have one, but I didn't pull it out. So I went ahead and I put this, fused this on here, and I actually am pulling it off because I realize that some of this stuff needs to be tucked in. So, you know, you're learning as you go. So here's my first piece that I'm going to put down here. And I score it with this pin and I pull this off. It didn't come pre-cut. No, it doesn't. You have to cut all these little pieces on your own. So you have, yeah, the only thing it gives you is the fabric in the kit and this little outline. So it's like a puzzle. So I'm coming in here and I'm putting in this piece. Now the next piece is this, the ear. It was purple. I chose to make it this color. I would pass that. Yeah, it's a lot of cutting. It is a lot of cutting. And wow, everything is electrifying. So I'm going to bring my little bucket here. I have a trash bucket here. Now you have to be careful because if this folds on itself, it's really hard to get it off. So, let's see. Okay, so I see I need to play with this a little and figure this out. There is no like, this is piece number 1 and this is piece number 2. So I find that I have to put that piece down and then this piece over it. And yeah, that looks better. Okay, and then I have now this green piece that I've chosen. The thing that's going to be fun is trying to, I think, tack all this down, but with stitching. They suggest like doing a very tight cross hatch on the whole thing. I've seen people do that. I'm honestly not sure yet how to tackle this for, there we go. That one has to go over the other one. And now this piece here. So I don't know if anyone out here has made one of these farmyard. It's called Lewis and Irene Delphin Brooks. And I also got a rooster that was sent to me. I'm currently cutting those pieces out when I have a moment. And I'm putting this, I think I have to put this in first. Yep, there we go. And then this kind of goes on top of all that. Good. Okay, so I kind of have a game plan, and now I'm going to press because the eyeball is going to go on top. So I just scooted that and scooched this. And you have to make sure you kind of cover the white, right, of the... All right, I'm going to take my iron and I'm going to press. Oops. And try not to grab that little side. Did I get glue on here? No. Oh, good. There we go. Now I'm going to stick this green part right on top of all this. And now I'm going to press everything down because the eye is going to come on top. So now I'm going to press this piece and the green piece. Good morning, Nikki. I have a cute piggy one. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to get obsessed with them. There's a pig one. I love piggies. Oh, I may get obsessed. If I have 4 of them, I can make probably a quilt, a barnyard quilt. That's then. I would need someone to walk me through. Oh my goodness. Well, I figured it out, and I'm not very good at this stuff. So I think you could do it. So now I have the eye, and who knows if I'm even doing this right. I have no idea. I don't know if there's a right and wrong to this, but here we go. Now, that eye, I guess, so the hardest part is to make sure everything is covered. And I actually I pressed these, I cut these a little, a little bit bigger, but maybe I could have cut them a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna go down with the eye. See, like I could tell when I press this here, there is a little bit of blue in there, which is okay. It just actually looks like it's part of it, so I'm just gonna let it go. Because like these stay blue. So by seeing this little peak of blue in there, it is what it is. It's gonna look intentional. Hi, Aisha. And now I'm gonna pull out this. This is the little eye. And that goes, I'm not quite sure how that goes. This goes like a half moon like this. All right. Well, he's going to look either awfully stinking cute or he's going to look quite frightful. One of 2 things is going to happen here. One of the 2 things. There we are. All right, now I'm going to take this little sliver of white that I have. I am making this cow thing. I don't know. I got it in the advent box, in the soft square advent box. And I also have a rooster that was just gifted to me. So I am working on that one too. Let's see. So I'm just going to, it just needs like a little fleck. So I'm going to just take like a little piece, little corner of this white. Honestly, it looked like a piece of selvage that I had because they didn't give you white fabric. And I was like, you know what, I could use that little piece of selvage. All right, so I'm going to put it, I don't know if I like it like that. So they show you what looks like to be a rounded piece. So I'm going to try to round this off. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. It's like a half moon now. I like that. Actually looks very much like that. That's kind of like a half moon. Yes, that's what it is. It's like a half moon-ish kind of thing. So I'm just going to take the little tip and heat that down. Did it go? Yep, it did. So let me show you where I'm at. Okay, I just did that eye right there. And now he has, or she has, a little, I don't know what this is. I don't know. It's part of this like whole nostril area. This little pink thing. So I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to take that and I just eyeball it. I'm just eyeballing everything. To tell you the truth, it's just, I'm not quite sure what this piece is on a, yeah, that looks about right on a cow, but we're going to go and put it on there. For our bovine people, you can let me know. Hi, Eva. Eva, I posted the info in a community post about where my machine is coming from, and I also linked it down below. Here we are. And now I am going to go ahead and start the next ear. So, I mean, the next ear, the next eye. So these are all the pieces. And this goes in as one of the last pieces. So I'm putting that aside. This eye is one of the last pieces. Those go aside. And, oh, you know what? I put the wrong eyeball, I think, on the wrong side. I sure did. This is supposed to go on the other side. Let's see if I can. Haha. Well, it's not gonna. Oh no, this is right. No, the eyeball goes right. Okay, never mind. I'm psyching myself out because I get very stressful over these things, but I've got to learn. I've got to learn different techniques. So I'm gonna go ahead and put. I'm gonna put this part. This part goes down as one of the first pieces that I put before. That's like that big ear part here. So I'm going to put that down. There we go. And then I put this piece, which is this orange piece, next. Wait, what are you fighting? A little stomach bug. So I'm in Merc load. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I don't have to have surgery as of now, and I know that you have asked. But they really, she really doesn't see what happened. She believes that what happened, but she thinks that, you know, there's a lot of things going on, right? We have intestines down there and all kinds of things. So the stuff that she worked on, the reconstructive stuff, seems to all be in place. A little bit lower than it should be, but not surgically lower or anything like that. So that's all good news. But yeah, so I've got to go see other specialists. But hey, we take it one day at a time. And now I'm going to put this on top here. And I'll have to make sure, though, that everything is covered, because remember I had a little peekaboo situation. And I did cut these pieces. So if you're doing this and you got this in your Advent box, or you bought this separately, I would definitely cut your pieces, maybe, I don't know, a 1/4 inch more. So I feel like my ear is looking good. I'm confident. So I'm going to come in and take my iron and press it down. Hi, Barbara. Yeah, we just now it's just it's like what we did last year. We're just going to have to go through all the motions of checking things off. So there we are. So we have that. That's down. And now I'm going to put this. And this goes, how does this go? This is totally a puzzle. It goes like this. Okay. That goes like that. And then this piece here goes there. I want to dump things in there, and that's where my other stuff is. And this eyeball goes this way. Okay, so now I'm going to press at this point again. And then we'll work on the eyeball. So I'm going to take this last piece, and this is actually the last big piece. But you have to, it looks like there's 2 little flecks of white in here. So I am going to put, this goes about like that. I want to say that's what it looks like. Let me look at it this way and put this up here. And I'm just going to play with it until I find how I like it, which that looks like right there. He looks a little, but it's okay. It's my first time. I mean, you know. Oh, I guess this goes a little bit this way. I got it now. So it goes closer to the orange and up a little to cover the yellow. But does he look a little wonky that way? He looks a little off, but that does look, it does look that way. Hi, Norma. So we're going to just go for it. We're going to press it down. Again, I got the white, which I've got to find here. This white is really like the selvage off of this piece here. Or I guess you could take white off of this. They didn't give you white. Duh. They didn't give you white because you could have taken the white off of this. I didn't even think about that. It's okay. I took the white off of this little piece. I'm like, they didn't give me white. Look at all that white all over. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, so now I'm going to try. Oh, let me look at this. So now I'm going to try to see what they did. So over here, when I look at the white fleck, one is long, skinny, and long. So it just looks like a little tiny shave of this. So maybe like that. Now, I don't know how one stitches this down. I feel like maybe this should be stitched down with some kind of embroidery floss because these are really, I don't know how one sews down these pieces where they stay. Like, I feel like if you wash this, this could easily, here we go, easily like wash away. Here we are. Okay, I need tweezers. You need tweezers for this. Here we go. We're going to tweezer right here. Tweezer that. And I've got to take off the paper on this. Well, that already disintegrated before I even took the paper off. So let me take the paper off and then try to take a sliver. Here we are. Take that, put that on here, and this goes kind of down and over. And this, I feel like that's right. I don't know if I like that. I don't know, this seems a little long. We're having surgery here. Maybe not mine, but there we go. So we're going to move this all the way over. How many of you do this? Because this is like my first attempt of doing anything like this. You know, as far as this kind of panel situation. I don't know if I like the way the flex in the eyes is for this, honestly. I don't know if I like this little piece. We're going to move that piece over. I think I'm going to put this piece like that. And then maybe like this. No, that doesn't look right either. I'm trying to see what I would like. All right. I may have to give up on this. Here we are. Should I put it down or not? Let's see. Do you see this one? Do you think that looks right? We looking good here? What do we think of this eye? This one has two pieces. Let's see. Better than ASMR watching this. Thank you. But nothing like this. I do a lot of applique panels. Hi, Rita. Applique panels. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. You mean there's like a whole world? Hi, Rita. Good morning. Of applique panels out there other than this? All right. Well, I think we're just going to go with it. Oops. I'm going to press this. So what is the way you find to quilt all this? Like, do you actually go on this machine, on a machine, and I'm just going to go ahead and just press everything down because I haven't worked on this and it seemed like some of this was coming up again. I mean, do you go to every piece and then on the machine, or do you just cross hatch? I mean, a lot of different people have been doing different things with this. I just don't want this to happen to get washed and then everything goes. We'll do one from an advent after I can cut again. Yes. But every day you're getting better. I saw so she Annette, the magic magician, had a live. And so she showed us that she can move her arm. That's amazing, but that's a lot of surgeries and a lot of PT, that's for sure. I mean, I'm going to have to, on some parts, like come in here and do some stitching just because I see, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to have to take it day by day and figure it out. Here, I'm going to read. I've just heating everything up, all that glue back on there. Let me put these all away. Look at that. And there he is, my cow. Moo. This makes me chuckle. He makes me happy. Let's see. I have done, I depends. Most of the time, I sew each and every piece, or you can cover it with tulle and make just some quilting over the top. Wow, when I raw edge applique, I always sew done the exposed edges. So you do. Tending fire, no heat, coming to fix on Wednesday. Oh no. So, I mean, it's not that much. What did I just do? I just did something with you. Oh, the barn. And I went ahead and did little zigzag all the way around. I could do little zigzag all the way around this. Why not? Or a straight stitch. I haven't figured it out. I have a rooster that I want to do. I don't necessarily know if I am going to, I don't really know what I'm going to do with these. And also, to tell you the truth, they're stinking cute. They would be cute as a wall hanging and just be put up in different places of the house, just like this, right? But then part of me thinks it would be cute if I took like this and the rooster and maybe made a big 4-patch, even though it would be cute to have 4 farm animals. Maybe I just do the cow and the rooster and then just 2 really nice funky pieces of fabric that are just as bright with the bright colors, like a focal fabric, and make just a giant 4-patch and then somehow make that into a throw. I feel like the feather stitch when I'm doing the, oh, I like the feather stitch. Yeah, but right now this machine I have, the only thing I have is straight stitch or zigzag. I use straight stitch when I sew down, but when I do that, I sandwich first so that it counts as quilting too. Yes, that's what I did with the little barn. I put it all together and then did the stitching on it. Part of me was wondering if I could stick this on my long arm and just carefully, after it's been all stitched, you know, after it's all been on there and sandwiched, if I can go in with my long arm and carefully go in and top stitch all these little pieces. I'm thinking about that too. I would go around each piece with either a small zigzag, whatever thread gives you the effect you want, invisible, maybe orange and green, variegated black, any decorative stitches work. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So, well, the cow is done. I don't remember. I think this cow did have a name, but I may have cut the name off. Let's see. Yeah, I may have cut the name off, but it's super cute. This is really super cute. I'm proud of my little cow. He's cute. He's cute. So in our advent box, we did get another piece of fabric with this. So let me get that other piece of fabric. we got this other piece of fabric. Oh, and we got a pencil. See this? A Roxanne's quilting chalk pencil. I'll put that right in my stuff. And then we got Heat and Bond. So, but I got Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. And my experience with Ultra Hold, I'm going to have to put that up with my other stuff, is my machine gets gummed up. My machine doesn't like Ultra Hold. Yes to the long arm idea. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. Yes, do it on the long arm. No, that's not it. So there's this piece here. And so you see, I actually have enough of this piece to do 2 blocks. So that's why I was thinking, well, maybe I will take this, my cow and my chicken, do the cow, the chicken, and maybe put this thing on opposite sides. I don't know. I have to figure it out. I don't know if I just want to do 2 wall hangings and hang it in my house. I kind of think I want to be cuddly and cozy with it because it's so stinking cute. It really is. Oh my goodness, I'm having such a hard time to decide. No, no, no to the Ultra Hold. Yes, so that's why I did not use that. What I use is light on here. Thus, I have Heat and Bond, but I would rather use the clear washable Elmer glue. Does not come up the needle. Yes, I know. This is the stuff that Andrea sent me from Amazon, Plantational. You know, I go through this all the time. I really should write this down and what it is. And I have sewn with this through with no problems. It's great. It really is. So, but I have one of my very first applique things I made for Thanksgiving. I made a turkey with the feathers, and then I wrote Happy Thanksgiving, and then I went and I used the Ultra Hold Heat and Bond. I didn't know any better. Oh my goodness, I was a nightmare to try to sew that down, and then I gave up, you know. But yes, for sure on the Elmer's glue. So yeah, so I have this piece, and I don't know, we'll figure it out. I'm going to take off all my pins that I have down, because I use this as like my little workstation, because I'm going to have to tack down now my rooster. See, comes up. He's all done. Here's the back. And this just happened to be the perfect size to work on. So that's how I did it. You just saw how I did it. I just cut all the pieces and then fused on as I went along. And with that said, we didn't even talk about any, let's give a fun fact, okay? Because I always do a fun fact. Okay, let's do a fun fact before I go. Oh, we did those. Flamingos, Louvre, and Kulka. Okay, we did that. Here we go. Our favorite things to talk about, bees. Bees hum because A, their throats constantly emit a sound. B, their antennas rub together, or C, their wings move rapidly. And talking about bees, I've got beeswax, lip balm. What do we think it is? Don't forget to give me the thumbs up. Yes, if you wouldn't mind, I would so appreciate it. I would so appreciate it. So we have C. So C is the right answer. Their wings move rapidly. I don't know if I want to say this right. The Proboscis monkey is named for its long A tail, B fingers, or C nose. The Proboscis monkey is named for its long A tail, B fingers, or C nose. We're on a C path right now. We are seeing it up. And C is the right answer. It's nose. Hi, Doris. Good morning. All right, so last check here. We have our finished cow, and then I'm still working on my crummy quilt. I'm moving, you guys, all. But here it is. Here is the crummy quilt on point. I still need to sew these rows together, so that's why you see that like that. But it's mocked up. Right now, this row, and this row is together. This row is not, and I'll have to just put them towards here. But here is that too. And this was all using crumbs, scrap. It's a great scrap buster. Even these blacks are different, shades of black and different, texture. Well, not necessarily textures, but like little prints on them. Like this one here is like a grunge with a polka dot. Yes, and then the sashing was a solid black that I had. And then this squares, the setting triangles are this like little black with little circles on there. Yes, the quilt is on fire. Yes. Yes. So with that said, everyone, take care of yourself. Pass it forward. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and share my channel. I did link down below the shop where the machine is at right now. You can contact the gentleman if you want. And all the information is linked below as well in a post. And those are for those who were on here on a live that wanted to ask to help. And that was it. Really, please do not feel like you need to. It's just the information is out there because I was asked to put it out there. And I will see you all soon. Tomorrow's Saturday. So yeah, I should see you tomorrow at some point. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.